welcome back to my video, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jennifer. Today I have a small book haul. So I have a couple books that a friend and coworker gave me. I have a book that I pre-ordered at a first signing event, and I have some books that I pre-ordered and got in the mail. So yay, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's start off with talking about the pre-order that I went to my first author signing event. Yeah, so I went to my first author signing event with Christina Lauren and 3 of her friend authors. And so how they did it was at a Barnes & Noble, which was cool in and of itself. But then you bought a ticket, and then you got their pre-ordered new release that came out the Tuesday of the week that we actually had the event, which is so cool. And this was a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. And so yeah, it was a very cool. They had special signage just for the Barnes & Noble event. And so Christina and Lauren are going around driving across the country, stopping at different bookstores and things and doing signing events through an RV. And so they're road tripping with different authors along the way. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun. What they did is they had, when you signed in, cards of already pre-signed books. And then you can purchase any of the pre-signed books. And once they're gone, they were gone. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then they had a panel discussion. So the 5 authors sat up at the front and they answered questions. They had talking points about upcoming events, new books that are coming out, and what they're working on next and things. So it was a lot of fun, which I much appreciated, better than standing in line for hours waiting to do like a couple second one-on-one signing and our picture taking, anything like that. So we didn't actually get to do a one-on-one conversation, but I much preferred this because then you got to interact with them more instead of just standing in line the whole time. And so I did really enjoy this. And so yeah, the new book from Christina Lauren, the double authors, Christina is one and Lauren is the other author. Hopefully you know that, but if not, it's a duo that writes together. This is the romance revival. It's not just a gorgeous cover. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And it is, what makes it Barnes & Noble exclusive is that it is a reversible dust jacket, which is kind of cool. And so then, yeah, and they're just like really gorgeous end pages as stuff falls out that we got. So yeah, so then we also got a little postcard from the event. And then we also got from there, let's see if I can find it, a bookmark with first look at who's going to be in a holidays, which is their Christmas romance, which I have on my shelves to read this year. I need to get to it. But I just had the first look at who is going to star in that movie on Netflix. So I'm excited. I should read the book before the movie comes out. That is a good reason to do that. But yeah, so it just looks like a really cool book because then here's like the back pages and then the 2 authors there. They were so funny and so personable and so it was great. I would love to like have dinner with them and just like get to know them more. It would have been so fun. But anyway, they would bring me out my comfort zone for sure. And so just kind of really funny. But yeah, so it says 3 years ago, scientist Emery Finch did something completely out of character. She got married to Luca, the impossibly charming landscaper she met on one blistering night in Vegas, who made her laugh, made her dance, made her feel. But now Emery is consumed by her top secret research, missing dinners, forgetting anniversaries, and promising herself Luca will understand once her cutting edge discoveries come to light. Until the unthinkable happens, a tragic accident takes Luca from her. Desperate to not lose him, Emery breaks every rule, using the classified technology she's developed to bring him back to life. And Luca would probably thank her for it, but if he only could remember her. The first kiss, their sunny Sundays at the beach, the life they built together, all of it's gone. But it may be a miracle of science, but for Emery, it's her one shot at a second chance. And this time she won't waste it because true love is always worth reviving. And so, yeah, it is a second chance romance after she brings her husband back to life, but he doesn't have a memory of their relationship. And so, yeah, it'd be pretty funny. So I think there should be some good humor, second chances. I just think it sounds like a really cute romance. And so that is the first book in my book haul. And then moving on next to the Jennifer Lynn Barnes book. This is the third book in this spin-off series. This is the Gilded Blade. This is the Every Game Must End. It's part of the trilogy about the game that you can win prizes, but I don't want to look too much into it because I still haven't even read the first one. But I have the Barnes & Noble exclusives of all three. Who else can relate to buying the whole series once it comes out, but haven't even started the series yet? I have read all the Inheritance Games books, just not this trilogy. And so I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing. I could probably pick it out of any lineup. And so I just think it's great. It's a YA series, but it just, the way she writes is so funny and engaging and charming. And I'm sure there's some clues here in what the story is about on the cover. But yes, I'm excited to get to it. It is actually pretty chunky. It's a pretty, the biggest of the three of the trilogy by far. So yeah, and it's also a kind of a fun size in comparison. So like here's the Romance Revivals. It's kind of shorter on, yeah, it's kind of funny, cute little size. And so yeah, then moving on to the two books that a coworker asked if I was interested in reading. And so yeah, the first one is Klara and the Sun. It's Kazuko Hirashiguro. Oh my goodness. Ishiguro. Sorry, that was so sad. Anyway, I tried. Ishiguro. And so this one sounds very interesting. It is a translated work about, let's see, there is an artificial friend, so kind of an artificial robot that is in a store hoping to be bought, and then she keeps changing positions in the store and then not to get too attached to humans. And what does that mean when you form relationships with AI? And so just kind of an interesting read on like thinking through today's AI technology and things like that, and what can that mean for human development. And so I think that is a very interesting take, and it should be a really interesting read. I've heard of it. It sounds really good. And then in Abby Jimenez, I've only read one short story that was like a Kindle book, that I could get. And so I'm interested in trying some more. I liked Abby Jimenez's writing style. This one is Say You'll Remember Me. I've heard good, like, polarizing things on this one, so I'm not sure where I'm gonna land because I'm pretty picky about my romances. But they said there might be no such thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush comes dangerously close. A gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten. Immediately, yes. That is until Xavier opens his mouth and proves that even scolded gods can say absolutely wrong thing. Of course, there's nothing Samantha loves more than proving an asshole wrong, unless of course he can admit he makes a mistake. But after one incredible and seemingly endless date, possibly the best in living history, Samantha is forced to admit the truth, that her family is in crisis and any kind of relationship would be impossible. So no amount of distance or time is nearly enough to create something between them. So yeah, so it'd be interesting to see a long distance relationship, see if it works out or not. And it's a longer romance, which is interesting. So let me know if you've read Abby Jimenez, if you like her stories and styles. If you've read this one, let me know this one if you like this one specifically, or if I should read other ones first. And so yeah, I think I have, what is the first one? Part of Your World. I think I have that on Kindle Unlimited maybe as an option. So let me know if you think I should take out one of those first or not. Yeah, so then last but not least, I have my pre-order from Sarah Beth Durst, this A Seat of Charms. This is a companion novel to The Spell Shop. It's just like all of her covers are absolutely gorgeous. And you can see the sea serpent on there, her companion for ship sailing. So this one is about the people that live on the ship. So Marin, who lives on the ship, is betrayed by love. She lives and works in as a supply runner, sailing from island to island, delivering an array of goods with Perry the sea serpent and Ree the sailor scrub as her crew. On one of her routine trips to the capital, Elysium, Marin finds a revolution underway and her friend Dax in the line of fire. What starts as a rescue evolves into a deal. She will keep Dax on as a member of her crew if he pretends to be her boyfriend at the end of Harvest Festival back home. But against her better judgment, Marin finds herself intrigued by his stubbornness, his passion for stories, his charming smile, and realizes that perhaps she isn't saving him, but maybe the other way around. So a cozy, just kind of cozy little read, and so I always love these. And there's like beautiful blue sprayed edges continuing on with the purple and teal, and so just kind of goes very cool with those other two books. Just a very fun, cozy read. I love getting to know her writing style. Every one of those books I've really enjoyed, and so I'm excited to get to this one next. This is one of my 5-star predictions, so hopefully I get to it soon so you know if it is a 5-star or not. But yeah, so that is my book haul for the month of August. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing what books I picked up. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite book that you picked up this month, even if it was from the library or one that you purchased or one that a friend gifted you. I had some gifts from a friend today, so that was also a lot of fun. Share down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button so then we get to know that people could enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.